Happy Tuesday. I'm refilling my med med containers for the week, and so I thought I'd go over what medicines I take and why. And remember, this is all very personalized, and so talk to your doctor. And if what I take is not right for you, then that's okay. I'm just explaining what I do because this is my vlog and I can. So the first thing I take is 50 milligrams of sertraline. This is an antidepressant. I've been on it ever since my 13-year-old was about 6 months, just kidding, 6 weeks old. I take a really low dose, only 50 milligrams. Um, and I've tried to get off of it, but I've just realized with the trauma that I've been through in my life, my brain is always going to need this support. So my next pill is a vitamin D3 and K2 combination. Now, I've been taking the D3 for a while. It just helps with the depression. It helps that, I live in Southern California, and like most adults these days, I'm sitting behind a desk all day and don't really get a lot of time outside. And so I've been taking the D3 for a while, but I learned recently that K2 plus a fish oil can help your D3 be more effective. That one's at night. Now, these next ones I take because my doctor told me to. My cholesterol is like borderline high. I'll typically run between 150 and 190, but I've never been like over like the danger mark, the 200. And so that is, I take a fish oil tablet. That's one of the things that my doctor said to do to help with that high cholesterol. And so I said fish oil. This is garlic. Just kidding. Garlic. I take a fish oil too, but that's coming up next. So fish oil tablet once a day, or garlic tablet once a day, and then I do take the fish oil. I use DoTerra's their, what do they call it? Omega complex, and the DoTerra vitamin, because I trust the company and I think they're going to do what's right. So then my doctor said take 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, 4 of these pills. So it's like this, a serving size is 4 pills a day. And so I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. And that equals 900, and I'm like, close enough. So in the morning, half of that 900. In the evening, the other half of that 900. The other thing I take, because my doctor told me to, is fiber capsules. Well, she told me to take fiber, and she said take 5 pills a day. So I do 4 in the morning, and then I do 2 at night. Except the times I've been having my iron is getting low, or gets low on occasion, and we don't know what's behind that. Like a few years ago, my iron was dangerously low, like to the point where I would almost pass out as I was working as an instructional aide in a middle school, and it was a two-story buildings in the campus, and most of the time I would go up and down the stairs as needed between class periods, and like my iron was so low I was at risk of just passing out wherever. I'd be sitting on the stairs or like coming up the stairs, and I'd get so dizzy I'd have to sit down on the stairs so I didn't pass out, and so that was kind of a scary thing. But I was having crazy heavy periods at the time, and so I got a thermal ablation. It, like, how do you explain it? It burns the lining of your uterus, so that way you don't, you basically, most people don't bleed anymore, and I don't. And so I haven't had, even though I've had like cycles, I haven't had a period since May 2022. It was on my birthday almost 3 years ago. So then I take, so what was I gonna say? The fiber, I take 2 in the morning, or I take 4 in the morning and 2 at night, unless I take one of my iron pills. I take those twice a week, and that seems to help with the, with the lightheadedness. And so the nights that I take iron pills, I actually take 4 more of the fibers, because iron can stop you up very badly. And so that helps keep things moving smoothly. And so next on the list is 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening of doTERRA's multivitamin. And again, it's, doTERRA is a brand that I trust. I trust the quality. So 2 of those in the morning, 2 in the night for a full serving. Now, next thing I take, and this is another thing, I used to use a doTERRA brand, but like I got caught up in all of those like Bioma commercials and stuff, and I did some research on it. And the probiotics that are in Bioma are actually more effective on the gut and on weight loss and things of that sort than the probiotics that are in the doTERRA formula. And frankly, it was less expensive. They're all like, oh, Bioma is expensive. It's 35% off. And with 35% off, it is less expensive than the doTERRA. So I don't take these with my morning pills. I take them first thing in the morning because you're supposed to have them at least 15 minutes before you eat. Next is glucosamine chondroitin supplement. These are my absolute favorite ones by the company Lickshine. Unfortunately, I can't find them anymore. And I'm so bummed because those are the best gummies I've ever had. I did get some, they have, what's it called? Elderberry or something in them? Yeah, it was elderberry. And so I got another elderberry one from Amazon. And it's just not as good. I don't know what it is. There's something about the texture of that other brand that I really like. So, yeah, so those are with my morning pills. They take too much space, so I don't put them in my little pill containers. And the last thing, I go back and forth on turmeric. I know it can help inflammation, especially in the joints. And my family has a history of joint deterioration. My mom has had 2 knees and a hip replaced. I have a sister who's younger than me. She's 47, 48. And her knees are going to have to be replaced. And she's in really good shape. But it's just, it's a family thing. And so, but I've done research online about taking turmeric, and it can interfere with estrogen. Like the turmeric will block the receptors where the estrogen is absorbed. And so it says you can't take too much, but nobody knows how much is too much. And so I'm going to finish this bottle of doTERRA. I'm only taking like 2 a week. I don't think it's having an effect, but I just don't know. The last thing that I am going to add, is I mentioned yesterday I had an appointment with my OB, and she's going to have me take an extra pill of estrogen because mine is just really super low. And I'm going to add that to my regime. I'm going to go pick that up today and take it in the morning. Then I also mentioned I have the cream with the estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And then I also have a vaginal estrogen that I take. And so that is a lot. But you want to know something? I don't care. It's worth it to keep my body healthy. So if you have any questions, let me know.